brethren. Good afternoon. It's my privilege to share again with you in this what we call Holy Week. We will be following the Lord from Bethany. If you remember yesterday, he went to Jerusalem and he went back to Bethany in the night. Now, for the Monday, he went back to Jerusalem. And there are two significant events that happened on this day. You can read about it in Matthew 21, verse 12 to 22, or Mark 11, verse 12 to 24, or Luke 19, about verse 45. Now, on this day, and we're going to use Mark's account. On this day, the Lord was hungry. That's what we are told in verse 12. And he saw a fig tree. And he went over to see fruit was on it, but there was no fruit, and he cursed the tree. But Mark points out to us that it was not time for figs. So, what was Jesus trying to teach? The Lord was saying to us, look, Israel is that fig tree. I've been looking for fruit on it. Remember the time when he told the husbandman to prune around it one more year or he was going to cut down that fig tree? Well, it had come to the time. The Lord was not in a habit of cursing, but he cursed this fig tree because Israel was fruitless. After all his bearing with them, after all the miracles, after all he had done, Israel was fruitless, and the Lord was very disappointed. The next incident, of course, which we know well, is that he cleansed the temple. And please note that this is the second time he's cleansing the temple. The first time he was cleansing the temple was early in his ministry, when he went in, made whips, and drove out the animals and turned over the money for the money changers. You see, at Passover, this was a time when a lot of people, some say millions, came to Jerusalem to celebrate Passover. And some coming from afar did not bring sacrifices, but they bought sacrifices at the temple. And also, they changed money. There was a cambio at the temple in the court of the Gentiles. Now, the court of the Gentiles, of course, was to be the place where Gentiles came and met with the Lord. At Passover, this would be one of the things that was done. But they occupied the temple. Notice two things. The Lord said, my house. The temple was the Lord's house. He was the one who should be worshipped, who the high priest and everybody should be adoring in the temple. But in this temple, the Lord said it had become a den of thieves. Historians even say that Anna, the high priest, and his sons were the ones who ran the business there in the temple. So we see they had lost full respect for the house of the Lord and what it should be. The Lord said, my house is to be a house of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves. Their high prices, whatever they were doing for big profit. But God was not profiting from his house. My beloved brethren, may we not be like the children of Israel. May the Lord find fruit in our lives. May the Holy Spirit reign in our lives that he can bring forth his fruit. And also, may we make our temple, the temple where the Lord is worshipped, and not be a desecration to his name. Thanks for listening. The Lord bless you, and you can listen again tomorrow. Another elder in the will of the Lord will give a short message.